right, so we are back.
And yes, yeah, we're back. So we're back for the last game of the night where we have a Division 6A finals where we have only Flagz, the number 3 seed versus the number 1 seed CREWZ. These teams matched up in week 13 where CREWZ got the win 26-13. Is it something going to happen again, or is only Flagz have something else to say about this?
Both these two teams know each other very well. Players on both sides are friends. I'm not sure it's within coaching each other in a different sport or whatnot, so this should be an exciting one. Both teams know each other fairly well. We're going to bring it down to the field, which Nick is interviewing, I think, the quarterback of the Only Flagz, Meredith Marin.
Je suis avec le corps arrière de Only Flagz et toute l'équipe finalement derrière moi. Médric, cette saison, vous avez fini 3e là, à Flag Plus Football là, dans votre division. Et l'autre équipe contre qui vous jouez, le CREWZ, a fini premier. Et en plus de ça, vous les avez affrontés une fois en saison régulière, vous avez perdu par 10 points. Qu'est-ce qui va changer aujourd'hui? Vous avez l'air confiant.
Aujourd'hui, moi, je pense qu'on a créé une chimie d'équipe parce que c'est notre première année FPS. Puis depuis toute l'année, on a augmenté le niveau. Je pense qu'on va les upset aujourd'hui.
Parle-moi un peu de tes receveurs préférés cette saison, les deux qui ont plus de 200 verges par la passe, Joshua et Elliott. C'est quoi ta connexion avec ces gars-là?
C'est des bons gars, ils sont fiables, ils ont des bonnes mains, ils courent vite.
Oh, where's that?
Des tackles. Moi, je pense qu'ils vont marquer des touches aujourd'hui.
Rapidement, là, un point principal que vous devez faire aujourd'hui, dans lequel vous devez exécuter pour gagner ce match.
Moi, je pense les arrêter à l'attaque. Ils ont une bonne attaque, puis si on les arrête, je pense qu'on va gagner ça.
Merci beaucoup les gars, bon match, bonne chance.
Merci.
De retour à vous messieurs.
And we're back.
Thanks,
So it
guys.
looks like both teams are just gathering their rosters in. The game will start shortly. Right now, noticing CREWZ warming up on the field isn't their number one receiver of the year, Kyle Fulkerson. Doesn't look like he's in the lineup, at least at the moment. I'm not sure if he's running late or he's not going to be at this game. But Fulkerson, being the receiver of the year in Division 6A, a good friend of mine, he finished with 876 yards and 15 touchdowns. In the playoffs, in only a few games, he managed to get 24 receptions, nearly 300 yards of scrimmage, as well as 6 touchdowns, pretty much being the only receiving threat for this CREWZ team in the postseason. And looks like he's not at the game, at least at the start of it.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a huge impact if he's not there tonight. When you're getting 300 yards, 6 touchdowns, 24 catches, that's a lot of targets. Pretty sure he has over 24 targets as well. I'm pretty sure we're in the 30 range. So 24 catches will do. That's a lot of.
And that's in only 2 games.
Yeah, so he's averaging 12 catches a game and he's averaging 12 catches plus 3 touchdowns a game and 150 yards. So CREWZ, hopefully they kind of game plan for him not being here, and they do have a strategy because when you're losing your number 1 receiver, trust me, it makes a big effect.
Yeah, well, one thing that's good at least for CREWZ, they have a bunch of athletes that could play. Yeah, they might not have the numbers, but they've shown that they could play. Right now at the captain circle, you have number 1, Luke Guinness, rush of the year, a good friend of mine also. 15 sacks in the regular season, 3 sacks in the postseason. He's their center for the quarterback, Nico Zacharakos, who during the regular season had 43 touchdowns. I expect Luke to be a big factor, especially if Kyle isn't there. When you look at the Only Flag squad, they didn't have an all-star in Division 6A, but Meredith Marin, who did play 7 games, was clinical. 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I had the fortunate opportunity of playing both these teams. Morin likes to go deep. He has the athletes for it. When I played them early in the season, I think they were still adjusting to the fact that, again, some teams like to play short, and my team was able to beat them. But since then, I've seen Morin and his team play. It looks like on defense especially, they've kind of honed things down with the simple concepts. A bunch of tackle football players who have seemingly gotten better at flag, and here they are, no pun intended with their name, they're in the flag finals.
Yeah, well, again, they're here for a reason at the end of the day, so they definitely made a few adjustments to make it to the finals. I'm interested to see, I'm really interested to see how impact CREWZ offense is going to run not having the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big question. And the thing is, we talk about Kyle Fulkerson as a receiver. He's also a big engine on this team on defense. He had 7 interceptions in the regular season, returning 1 back for the touchdown. Big focal point on the convert attempts as well. So we have Only Flags here with the ball. Let's see how the CREWZ offense will attack this, how the only Flagz defense offense will attack the Boost CREWZ defense.
So we have first down, pass to Morin, cross body to number 3, which is incomplete. So we're starting off pretty crazy right now. The rush for number 1 from Luke
Guinness.
Great rush as he won Rusher of the Year as well with 15 sacks, 4 PDs, and 2 tackles.
Yeah, Luke is a tall rusher. He's able, what he does well is once he passes the line of scrimmage, he puts his hands in the air while maintaining his stride, causing quarterbacks to have an issue throwing the ball over the middle.
We have second down. The ball goes over the top to number 7, which is a touchdown by Elliot
Fauchon. Yeah, Elliot Fauchon, one of the speedsters on his team who is known as well as his defensive threat. He did finish the regular season with 10 touchdowns. He currently doesn't have a touchdown in the postseason until now. Only Flagz, again, Meredic Morin loves to throw it deep, so don't be surprised if a lot of 3 verts are going to be called from his offense now.
That was a great ball, great catch, and we have 6-0 for Only Flagz, going for a 1-point convert attempt. So we kind of have an inside gap right now for both receivers. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolls out left, comes back right, and he is sacked from Luke, which he stops that convert dead on, and we have a score of 6-0.
Yeah, again, quick explosion from the Only Flagz offense. Their defense, they live off of moments like this. Expecting to be very much hyped in this game. They brought in on their Instagram account approaching the fact that they want their fans there. It's a big game for them. They want to make a statement in this championship game. And let's see without focusing, let's see how Nico actually manages with this team without his number 1 receiver.
So here we go. We're 1st and 10 for Boost CREWZ. Nico's under snap, gets a snap, looks left, comes back right, and it's picked by number 7 that just scored a touchdown.
Elliot Fauchon making that play. He scored that big play touchdown earlier, and unfortunately, Nico threw a bad ball there and was picked off. A horrible start if you're Boost CREWZ. Again, the thing is, you rather this happen now than later in the first half. It's only 6-0. Even if you're down 12, it's important to potentially keep the game within reach for the second half when you get ball.
Yeah, so right now Boost CREWZ had 7 players on the field, so we're going to have a legal participation where I believe it's going to be a 5-yard. It's going to be repeat first down, 5 yards up.
Yeah, right now Boost CREWZ is not organized. That's the thing with Kyle Fulkerson. The thing is, he's the heart and soul of this team. I've spoken to him countless times throughout the season, and as well as his teammates. Again, his teammates are really smart when it comes to playing flag, but Kyle's been the engine of it. Even simple things like getting your defense in set and stuff like that. Unfortunately, without his presence being there, it's been shown already getting too many men on the field within like 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, actually a flag you don't see often. We actually saw it twice today.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to see, but again, it seems like Boost CREWZ are going to have to get things under control if they want to stay in this game. So we have 1st and goal at the 5-yard line right now. The ball's tipped in the air. Big tip from
Luke Guinness, and I think that was caught by the quarterback, Meredic Morin, as well. He advanced some yards. I think he got 1 yard out of it.
Yeah, he did. He did get 1 yard. Unfortunately, he's lucky that the tip was more towards him and not towards the defenders. So, to be honest, best case situation there.
Exactly. And I know we've been talking about the impact of Kyle Fulkerson, but one player I want to focus on is Justin Laplante, who in the regular season had 6 interceptions, and he has one in the postseason. I think he's going to have a big day, and he's playing in the middle of the field right now.
So Morey's there going for a jump ball for number 2, and he just becomes incomplete towards Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua, tall and lanky there. He has ran a few deep balls I've seen throughout the season. He has great hands. It looked like it was almost a little bit of push off of Joshua, but the ref didn't deem it as necessary to call a penalty, and gives him another chance to go towards it. I don't know, would he go for another jump ball at this position? Because it looked like he was in the right spot.
I think I would just go a quick drag, try to get the ball underneath. He does have the backhand zone in. Touchdown, number 1 from Only Flagz, which is
Number 1, if not mistaken, is Arnaud Beauchemin.
so big touchdown catch there, big pass from Morin, and we have a 12-0 start from Only Flagz. This is something definitely CREWZ didn't think or didn't want to happen, but they're going to have to get things under control starting at this pointed tail from Only Flagz and their second offensive drive when they get back the ball.
Yeah, it was a great concept and got Nico actually just not in the right spot there to give Beauchemin the pass in the end zone.
So incomplete convert pass there, right out of the hands of Joshua. So now leads the score to be 12-0. So Keon, if you're CREWZ right now, what's in your huddle? What are you calling if you're Nicholas?
You have to. I would say with this Only Flagz team being very aggressive, calling levels plays. Again, from my experience of playing with them, again, if you're able to outsmart them in flag, at least in my experience, I was able to beat them. And again, I didn't have the most craziest concepts. If Nico could do the same, I know it's tough being down 12-0, but if he could do the same, he has a good shot at making this maintainable.
It seems like they're going man-to-man straight off the bat. So that looked like a straight man-to-man where you had the safety over top, seeming like he was playing a deep coverage, but he came straight down. So maybe we're going to see a lot of man-to-man. When you guys played Only Flagz, is that something that did they run?
So when we were playing Only Flagz, they tend to play man-to-man a lot. So one thing that I did that maybe not a lot of people do is I managed the clock very well. I took every second out of the play clock. It got them frustrated. Double hut as well. They weren't really understanding the rules of how to manage the double huts getting behind the line of scrimmage. Again, that was earlier in the season. Their rusher right now has been doing a better job in terms of handling it. And unfortunately there, Luke Guinness got his foot out of bounds there, couldn't make the catch. But yeah, their rusher for Only Flagz, number 6, Frédéric Bouteau, who also plays in Division 5 as well with Thunder Buddies, with Terry as well, Will Power.
He has a championship game tomorrow.
Exactly, but Frédéric Bouteau, I would say he got much better as a rusher. He understands more to get behind the line of scrimmage because that was something I was able to exploit with them throughout the regular season. I must have had like 70 yards on them off like 4 or 5 rushes, but just constant like penalties. But again, I think Bouteau got much smarter in the regular season to kind of overcome that.
Right, so we have third down here for Nicholas. He looks left, comes back right, middle of the field, catch by number, I would like to say number 4,
Yeah.
which is Justin Laplante.
Yeah, Justin, more focused mainly on the defensive side, as I mentioned earlier with the 6 interceptions. He had 15 receptions on offense in the regular season, but again, without Fulkerson, there has to be other guys to step up. Luke Guinness, his brother Alec Guinness, as well as, again, you have Justin Laplante who made that catch. You have Dylan Lauren, who is situated on the viewer's left side of the field. Again, this roster has number 5, David Hersko, who is also in the slot on Nico's left. They have playmakers. Again, they might not have been asked to do a lot in the regular season, but without their star receiver, they kind of have to do so now.
We have first down at the 20. Again, right in the middle by number 10 with a big catch tackled by Morin. But that's a first catch from number 10, which is Dylan Lauren.
Yeah, great catch there. It looked like he had a sprinter stance to start off the snap there and was able to find the middle of the field. And again, CREWZ, the middle of the field is something we've been talking about constantly all day.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of teams just don't cover the middle of the field. Everything opposite from the middle of the field. And again, as you said, we did see it all day. A lot of teams have been exposing teams, but they don't have coverages there. So right now we're looking at a 1st and goal at Only Flagz 1 yard line. Ball snap. Nicholas rolls out to the left side, throws a dot to number 4 to Justin Laplante, where he's able to kind of tiptoe at the sidelines and catch it for a touchdown.
That was a great ball by Nico there and finding Laplante in the end zone and getting his feet in. Again, the key thing for Booze Cruise right now is to forget the 12-0 lead and play one possession at a time. They get the ball back second half. They could keep it a one-score game going into the half. That benefits them.
Yeah, that's exactly. He has to take it one play at a time. So we're looking at 12-6 right now, going for a 1-point convert. They're at only Flagz 5 yards. Nicholas comes back in the middle of the field again. It's double catch, but he catches it and then comes out.
Yeah, unfortunately,
So-
it was a great route there, but he stepped out first, and the result, he couldn't make the play.
Yeah. So we have illegal touching, which is going to be penalties going to be decline. Decline.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of illegal touching penalties today as well.
Yeah, it could be a bit of nerves, championship, pressure's kind of on. You kind of step out, try to get back in. Depends how you run your route. But nonetheless, Booze CREWZ is on the board. We have 12-6 for only Flagz. And let's see what Morin has under his bag.
Yeah, we had number 7, Elliot Fauchon, who got the first deep ball. Let's see what Morin does now.
So we're looking at rusher interference. So whatever happens here, it's going to go back. Morin ended up running down the field, tackled by number 4, which is Justin. That ended up getting that tackle, but the play is going to go back for rush interference. So it's going to be first down and 15, I believe. So we're going to go 5 yards back.
Unfortunately, the center, I think it was Frédéric Bouteau, who unfortunately just got in the way of Guinness there. Again, he didn't make contact there, but again, he impeded his straight line drive to the rusher, or to the quarterback, my apologies. And again, brings it, like you mentioned, the ball back. Looking at the roster for only Flagz, you have number 1 on the wideout. You have, if I'm not mistaken, it is Arnaud Beauchemin. You have number 3. You have Head Lostley, as well as the center Bouteau, as mentioned earlier. Number 7 Fauchon, and number 2 Joshua, who is out wide. A very much spread offense. I wouldn't say there's one number 1 clear receiver, but a lot of players who are capable of getting the ball quick and making plays after the catch.
So right there, we had first and 15. We had a quick catch from number 7, pass from Morin, tackled by number 9. So the only Flagz are kind of driving that field. First tackle by number 9 on Booze CREWZ, which is Bruno Armel. So again, we have a huge sack by number 1. That is Luke on Morin, which is going to put them to a 3rd and 6 here.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game for Luke, especially on the defensive end. Without Fulkerson, he's the engine on the defense with 15 sacks in the regular season. It's really key for him to kind of keep Merrick Morin in front. Merrick doesn't necessarily always run the ball. He's capable. He has 12 rush attempts in the regular season and 6 in the postseason. But again, keeping him more distressed and avoiding the deep balls will be key for Guinness.
So huge 3rd down here. Snap got from Morin. He's looking right. He has a receiver wide open. Toe tap by number 1, which is Arnold
Beauchemin, I think.
Yeah, Beauchemin.
Yeah, great job from Arnold for getting the ball in bounds, and I think he got the first. He just got it, so again, great job there. Great ball from Morin, who's been very much efficient when he does play. In the playoffs, he has 9 touchdowns to only 1 interception. He had a big game last game in the semifinals. I think he had 2 interceptions on defense in that performance, in that win.
So here we go. First down, catch from whoa, wow, what a move. What a move by number 3. Morin's first pass to number 3.
Yeah, number 3, Head Lostley. 12 receptions, 2 touchdowns in the regular season. Very much shifty. I've seen him play. He doesn't necessarily always run deep, but he's able, as soon as he gets the ball, like you said, that was a prime example, getting past Nico with just from that quick shift from one side to the other.
Yeah, lots of yak yards there where only Flagz got a first down. So we're looking at 1st and goal right now, about at the 10-yard line. So just in between, we have the snap to Morin. Morin looks left to his snapper. Snapper catches it, is tackled right away from number 4, which is Justin, and the catch by number 6, which
Is Frederic?
is Frederick.
Frederic Bouteau. Again, starting in FPF now. I had a few chances to speak to him throughout the season. He's really hyped about his team. Both teams that he's in, 5A and 6A in the finals. I'm sure that experience in 5A has given him even more skill sets and knowledge about flag, and he's been getting better ever since.
So here we go. We got second down and 5. We have a pass that's, I would say not batted up, a pass that's dropped by number 1 from Only Flagz.
It looked like Arnaud Beauchemin, he even patted his chest that was a ball that he should have caught. The defender was there, but that was all Beauchemin there. And unfortunately, he kind of didn't have his hands right and it hit him in his chest. I think that was Nelson Cano that was the defender there, the far defender number 8. I can't see his number right now, but I think it was Nelson. But again, I think Beauchemin would want to get that ball back because he could have made a play there for another touchdown.
So we're looking at third down there. Morin's coming, rolls out to the left side, has number 2 wide open, ends up catching that ball. Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. We have a touchdown by number 2, which is Joshua.
Yeah, great job for Joshua at the back pylon there, staying in bounds. And again, he's tall and lanky, even though, again, he's really quick in terms of getting deep routes. Again, he's a red zone threat, being able to catch that ball in a high point.
So Convert going for 1 here. Morin goes out, throws the ball, gets tipped, gets batted, gets interception, and we do have a flag on the play. Waiting to see what the ref says, what it is.
It looks like the refs are going to have a little discussion here. I couldn't tell actually what would the penalty be. I think potentially on the replay on the Convert. Or this is... Was that potentially contact on the passer? I couldn't really see anything else.
Well, this is also the ref that's looking at the quarterback, so I believe you are right. It would be contact as the passer. So I believe Only Flagz will get a redo at their Convert, and I believe they'll probably go either 1 point from the 1 or 2 from the 5, which they decided to go for 2 from the 5. So ball snap, Morin rolls out to the right side, has number 3 wide open for a 2-point convert, and they extend their lead 6 to 18.
Yeah, number 2
20.
Head lost Lee was able to kind of break out there on the out route for the extra point, bringing the lead to 20-6. Again, for CREWZ at this point, it's a 14-point game, but you can't panic now. You have the opportunity to make this a 1-possession game before the end of the half, and then that's kind of your main priority, to go into it and get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, so right now, if I'm CREWZ, just relax. You're going to a 2-minute warning right now where time is going to stop. You do not want Only Flagz to get the ball back in the situation. You kind of want to score, go into halftime, only about 8, and you get the ball back starting second half. So we have first down here from Joshua. He looks left, comes right back to his snapper. Quick catch from number 1, tackled by number 5, Morin.
Yeah, I think now we're in pro clock now, so Luke Ennis with the catch there. So the only thing I have with that play, it's honestly a great safety blanket, but again, Only Flagz is also aggressive on defense. If they realize that, like the first pick that was in the game, they could pick that off and jump that pass because it's only a few yards of a hook. So they're already right there. So I'm going to see if, again, how often does Luke end up running that quick hook? Because, again, without Fulkerson now, there's going to be more focus on the other receivers.
Yeah, so right now we kind of have a double court. We have a running back option here in the backfield where it seems like, yeah, running back, fake handoff, goes over top over a wheel. He's wide open. He catches it. He makes a shift to the left side, and that was a catch by number 5.
Yeah, that was number 5, David Hersko. Again, nice concept there. He had 6 touchdowns in the regular season, so pretty much a red zone threat there with only on 15 receptions. So having him as an option there, and it gives Nico a chance to either run there or make that dump off over the top pass for a few yards there.
Yeah, that was great great play design. Also, he also stayed in bounds, so that should start the clock, which clock timer kind of was late there for a couple seconds, but the time is running, which is great for Boost CREWZ. So we have first down here. Fake run again. Comes back to him, but this time it does not work. It's kind of weird how instead he bent it inside, where last time he kind of took it up. I feel like if he ended up going up the field, he could have been wide open again.
Yeah, because you had number 2, Alec Guinness, who actually ran a kind of clear route in a sense, and it looked like they kind of tried to run a Texas route there from David Hursko. I know the playbook from Boost CREWZ has sometimes tendencies of a little bit of a Madden thing, so that was definitely a Texas route that was under it. I could guarantee you that.
So we got second down here. Nicholas is under snap. Ball is snap. He's looking left, rolls out left, goes over the top to his number receiver 2, which is dropped, hit into the cameraman. People are falling.
Equipment are falling. Flags are thrown. It looks like it's going to be DPI.
Yeah, seems like it's going to be DPI as well. Hopefully everyone's okay. Everyone's getting up, getting back into the game. But I believe you are right. It's going to be defensive pass interference. And in that case, Boost CREWZ is going to get the ball at their 1-yard line if that's the call.
Yeah, it didn't look like the defender actually turned. I don't know actually in that sense then, because it didn't look like he had much of contact there.
No, he looks like, to be honest, looks like kind of clean. I think he did maybe put a hand on him.
Like early.
Yeah, just to kind of point, but I think the defender kind of, the receiver brought himself out of bounds
Yeah.
to try to make that catch. So I definitely don't think it's a flag there. Definitely something that only flag should challenge if I was them. But again, we're just the commentators right now.
Okay, so they end up calling pass interference. There was another penalty from Boost CREWZ, but it looked like they negated it. I don't know what it was. I couldn't hear what the ref was saying. But again, the pass interference play was the one that stood, brings the ball to the 1-yard line. For Boost CREWZ, again, you're at the 1. Great opportunity here to punch it in to make it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they would want. I don't think they want to score this fast though. There's still a minute 18 seconds left. When you do score, you do get the ball second half. But if you score too fast, you're going to give only Flags at least a minute. Let's just say to score a touchdown here. So maybe he runs a quick hook, quick drag where he could catch the ball and kind of just go down and get no yards to a point.
Yeah, I think even if he just runs up to the line of scrimmage and just takes a knee.
Yeah, I think that's also something that could work as well too. You don't want to give them any time since they're also playing. It seems like they're going man to man.
And it looks like they went straight to the end zone for number 2, Alec Guinness, the brother of Luke.
So again, I personally felt like they should have used a bit more clock. But at the end of the day, a touchdown's a touchdown. It brings them one possession closer to tie this game. We have 12-20 for only Flags right now. Boost CREWZ is going for one, trying to make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, I think with lower division competition, you wouldn't see that where a team would actually take the knee there at the 1. I think in higher divisions especially, you would see that kind of they'll waste a play or so because they trust their offense enough to get that within the 1 or 2 yard line. But again for Boost CREWZ, getting the points is really important, but now they have to get a stop on defense after this convert.
So we have a 1-point convert that is unsuccessful, and we have interception actually by number 1. But at the end of the day, it's unsuccessful. We're going to have only Flags with a minute and 14 seconds left to try to get back on this board to make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, again, one emphasis you were making, CREWZ, was too much time for only Flags. I do agree that it is too much time, but if there's a point for this Boost CREWZ team to make a stop on defense, it's now. If Luke Guinness is getting another sack, it's now. If they want a chance at this game, they have to score before the end of the break. They have to avoid a score by the end of the break.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So this is probably a big factor in the game. Ball is snapped. Mohane looks right, goes over the top to number 3, which gets batted down by number 2 coming across the field.
Alec Guinness, and there's a penalty, it looks like. Rusher interference again.
I believe this is probably going to be maybe decline, to be honest with you. Either you get 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10.
I think you would accept it though, or I think you back 5. I think with the defense that Boost Cruise has been playing, I think where they kind of back them up even more because you feel like they're going to attack you constantly deep. So at least giving them an extra 5 yards there. Again, we're going to see how the because it's been multiple times rush interference has been called. There is a change of snapper. It's now number 4 who is on our sheet. Yeah, Nicolas Fauchon-Roy. So we'll see how he plays it out.
Oof, again. Uh, we had trips to the right side for only Flagz where they ended up passing the left side. We had a drop from number 7. That was number 7 was
Elliot Fauchon.
Elliot Fauchon. So again, it kind of tipped out of his hands. Then it actually hit the hands of number 2 from Boost CREWZ, which was Alec Genis.
Yeah, Alec Genis got the touchdown. I wasn't sure if it was him or it was Breno, number 9. But again, both players were within the vicinity. That was a tough break for Boost CREWZ because that could have been a big game-changing moment.
Yeah, so we're looking at second down here. Mohamed gets a snap, looks right, trying to go over top, has a wide-open number 2 receiver, makes a juke, and ends up scoring a touchdown from Joshua.
Yeah, it looked like I think it was honestly like a deep hook. In a sense, a very deep hook there because it looked like he kind of just sat there. Yeah, again, he has long strides, so for him, a deep hook is not that long. But again, almost the same situation as before. Do you give Boost CREWZ too much time now with 52 seconds to score and make this game a much manageable now because it's still only a 1-possession game?
Yeah, I think both teams kind of scored too fast. Again, well, Joshua he was in stride when he caught that ball, so I don't think it was deep hook. It looked like more like a slow streak because the inside receiver had maybe a post to try to get the cut person over top to kind of come to not come down. So we had a 1-point convert for only Flagz that was unsuccessful. So now we have a score of 26-12 for only Flagz. So right now they're up by 14, but Boost CREWZ does have 52 seconds to try to score here, cut the game into a 1 possession, and they also get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, so again, like you mentioned, both teams haven't really taken the clock as much as their focus, scoring quick. Let's see if Boost CREWZ does the same now, or they actually try to manage the clock and score with little to no time left on the clock.
So here we go, Boost CREWZ 1st and 10 at their 10-yard line. Let's see if they're able to drive down the field and score over here. You have Alex coming down. So you have Nicholas at snap. He looks right, looking for the wheel. He ends up throwing the wheel. It's in the air way too long. Gets interception by Joshua. Joshua's making a move to the left. He's going back to the right, and they call flag guard or jumping. Either one, but he is stopped right in between the middle of the field. So I believe he's going to get about 5 yards back, but only Flagz is going to get the ball back and have a chance to put up some more points.
Yeah, what a great play. Unfortunately for Nico, the deep ball didn't work there. I looked at it, and again, that ball was wobbly. Unfortunately for them, gave enough air for Joshua to get that pick. Again, I think he has 2 touchdowns and now an interception. An early case for MVP.
Yeah, of course. Especially, I believe he has 2 touchdowns too, yeah. 2, yeah, one, actually 2 kind of 40-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, great start for him. Let's see if Boost CREWZ can make a stop before getting to this halftime. So, yeah, Mohamed looking over the top to number 3, and it's a bit overthrown out of bounds.
Yeah, with this opportunity with deep shots, the only thing, though, for only Flagz is these incompletions gives time for Boost CREWZ if they get the ball back.
Yeah, exactly. But 36 seconds, I mean, it's better than 56 seconds, especially the fact that Nicholas just threw a pick. I don't think he's going to try to go over the top after throwing interception. Right now, I think Boost CREWZ is thinking about going into this half only being down by 14. So ball is snapped to Mohamed, hits number 7, tries to make a move, but he gets tackled right away. The time is running So only Flagz is going to have to hurry up.
Yeah, that was a catch from Elliot Fauchon, who I think he got the first touchdown of the game. Again, clock is running under 20 seconds now.
So Mohe stops the ball. I believe he's going over top. He has number 7 over. No, decides to run, gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 12.6 seconds left, and I believe they're at midfield. So doable. I think you have maybe 2-3 plays depending how you're looking at the clock here. But right now, only Flagz is driving down the field.
Yeah, I would agree with 2-3 plays, especially in Division 6. I would say 2 plays at least. You can manage with 3 if you're able to get maybe 2 passes in out of bounds and then going with the final play. We'll see what Morin and company decide to do here. Again, fast receivers, they're able to kind of move laterally as well. But again, with 12 seconds, you also don't want to give a pick.
Yeah, so first down, midfield. Morin goes left, comes back right, stops, jukes the defender. Oh, wide open. Touchdown. Incomplete. He ended up dropping the ball. In that situation, those are times you got to capture your hands and not your body.
Yeah, Arnaud Desjardins, he had everything there. He was in position, and it looked like he was about to corral it, but I think, honestly, the fall is the reason why he dropped it. And again, if he just held onto it tightly more instead of just focusing on the body catch, then he probably would have been able to hold it in for the touchdown.
Yeah. Again, sometimes body catches do help, but in certain situations, you got to use your hands.
Yeah, especially going down to the ground, the ball will pretty much like get loose afterwards if it knocks off the ground.
So we have about 5 seconds left. Mohame's under snap, second down, midfield, goes left, comes back right. He's going to have maybe one last play. He's looking left, coming back right. He has a whole bunch of receivers wide open. He goes right in the middle with number 7. He catches the ball, and it's a touchdown by number 7.
Elliot Fauchon with his second touchdown of the half. He opened the game with a touchdown, and he closes the half with the last second touchdown, giving only Flagz currently a 32-12 lead with the convert remaining to end the half.
If you could kind of ask for bad things to happen, bad things are definitely happening for Blues CREWZ. They had the chance to kind of score, put this game into one possession score. Instead, it's a 20-point swing where now instead of being down by 8, they are down by 20 plus 1. So 21 points.
And that convert was made by Head Lostley, bringing the half to a close. A 33-12 lead for only Flagz. A pure domination in that half.
Yeah, so again, here we go into halftime. Blues CREWZ is definitely going to have to start thinking about some things. They're down by 21, but we've seen weirder things happen. The game is not over yet. They just have to make sure that when they get this ball coming back in the second half, they have to score, and they have to start going for 2 points. They have to try to gain back a possession and try to close this gap of a 21-point.
Like we've seen better comebacks happen, but again, they have to, again, like you said, score on the first drive, go for 2, and as well getting at least 2 stops at this point, maybe 3, essentially, to have a chance in this game. It's not over, but again, they do have to kind of turn the switch up another notch.
Yeah, again, as we said before, as I was kind of was saying, that it's going to start second half. Try to think of the score being 0-0. Your defense is going to have to make some stops if you want to win this game, and you have to score this first drive. And there's no more 1-point converts. It has to be 2 going forward.
And if it looks like we're about to get an interview down at on the field, we have Nick, who has been our sideline reporter throughout this evening. He is walking towards the Blues CREWZ sideline. We'll see in terms of who's going to interview now at halftime.
Yeah, this is something definitely.
Yeah, it looked like it's going to be Alec Guinness, number 2, who's made some plays on defensive end. So we're going to get down to Nick and Alec.
Je suis avec Alec qui a marqué le deuxième touché de son équipe aujourd'hui et en plus de ça, 3 passes bat down là, dans cette première demi. En ce moment, vous faites mener quand même par 21 points, c'est considérable. Qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire pour revenir dans ce match?
On doit rester avec nos gars, on doit trouver les possibilités d'être ouverts sur le terrain. On ne peut pas forcer les passes, des fois on force un peu trop les passes. Il faut garder la tête neutre et pas trop forcer les choses.
ton frère Luke, avec qui tu joues, a gagné Rusher de la division cette saison. À quel point c'est important là, de l'avoir avec vous dans l'équipe, là, sa performance, puis aussi votre chimie en tant que frère.
Absolument. Quand il est capable de courir puis faire des sacs de même, c'est un huge momentum shift pour toute l'équipe. On l'encourage, puis quand il fait des gros plays de même, ça nous pousse à vouloir gagner pour lui. Puis notre chemistry entre frères, c'est incroyable. Puis ça fait 6 ans qu'on joue ensemble, puis ça va rester de même.
En saison régulière, vous avez fait face à cette équipe et vous les avez battus. Est-ce qu'en perdant là, à 21 points à la demi, on se rappelle du fait qu'on les a déjà battus puis on se dit qu'on est capable de revenir?
Absolument. On est capable.
Parfait, merci beaucoup, bonne chance. Back to you guys.
Yep, so I think we're back now. Again, with Alec Guinness with that halftime interview, we have, again, CREWZ. They're not in impossible spots, but the odds aren't in their favor. But again, as long as you have a sign of life, you have a chance, especially when it comes to FPF flag football.
Yeah, so you kind of look at it this way. Only Flagz scored 33 on them, only allowed 20, only allowed 12. CREWZ definitely could do the same thing. We've seen it before. It's just going to be one play at a time. They kind of have to realize, don't rush something that's not there. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just look at every single play. Every single play is going to count, and make sure you're doing everything 100%. Don't rush. Relax. 21 points. We've seen more. At the end of the day, it's only 3 touchdowns, 3 converts, and just, at this point, 2 stops. So we're going to see how Nicholas kind of adjusts in the second half, what he kind of does. It seems like we have a switch for only Flagz. So maybe we'll see a man-to-man coverage with number 1 kind of showing that he's deep coverage, and he's going to end up coming down here. So ball snap. It looks like he's coming down, number 1. And it is incompleted from Nick to number 2.
Yeah, it looked like that was Alec Guinness. Do you think the concept for OnlyFlags right now is ideally man up short and have one guy over top? Is that the defense? I know they're up 21, but is that the defense you would kind of agree with?
Well, it's not like they're manning with one guy over top. Number 1 always comes down the snapper. To be honest with you, I don't know if that's the call, but it's been working out, so why not continue doing it? Oh, we have a bad snap, which is going to be a safety.
Yeah, and that was Breno Amaral. Unfortunately, it looks like they made a switch at snapper to get Luke Guinness more, I guess, leeway as a receiver, but unfortunately it did not work out, as it looked like, it was a safety.
So only Flagz is going to get back the ball. They're going to add 2 extra points on the score. So right now we have 35-12 for only Flagz, where in this situation, I think only Flagz is trying to run out the clock here. Don't do anything special. Don't do anything stupid. Kind of keep the game out of reach for CREWZ. Don't give them any motivation to try to get back into this game after they're just getting the safety. So we had all hooks over here. Ball dropped by number 7. So unfortunately for CREWZ, he was wide open, but it's a big, well, I wouldn't say big, but ends up being a drop from number 7, which is...
I think that's Elliot Fauchon.
Yes, indeed, it is Elliot Fauchon.
And the only thing with that ball was that it was a high pass, and there was a chance potentially that ball could have been picked off by number 2, Alec Guinness. So, again, you don't want to cause risky plays if you are only Flagz. Keep things simple. You're in fully control of this game.
And just like that, you just go over the top, where I'm not exactly sure what type of coverage CREWZ created. It seems like it was a corner lock from outside. Number 3 from only Flagz just blew right by the defender, Nicholas. And again, they just added another 6 points, making it a 29-point game while they have a decision to go for 1. So they're going for 1. If they end up getting this convert, it's going to be a 30-point game.
Yeah, had Lossley, a quick receiver. We talked about how shifty he was early in the game, just going from side to side, showing off his vertical range there, getting that deep ball. Again, pretty much this game is all but over. And again, only Flagz came into this game. They lost the regular season matchup, but they were able to kind of put their stamp in this finals. It's not completely over yet.
That was a really good, nice catch.
Yes, Joshua.
From Joshua, one hand, kind of an OBJ style there. But I don't know the flag. I think we had offside. So we're going to go 5 yards back, and only Flagz is going to go for 1 attempt at their 10-yard line.
Do they just redo the same play? Because it looked like it was just going to be a jump ball to Joshua there.
Yeah, It seems like it. I mean, he does have the match. He does have the matchup on
he has
Nicholas right now, but I feel like he has a matchup on a lot of defenders. Regarding how this game is kind of exploded from the start, and now we're kind of midway, and we're just starting the second half. CREWZ is going to have to try to get things under control again. We've been saying it from the start. Starts with a stop on convert, and they have to score next drive.
Yeah, I think for them to have any shot at this game, they have to score. And again, they have to hope for a stop.
So Mohai rolls out left, has his receiver in front of the pylon. He kind of just overthrows it and ends up being incomplete. So you have CREWZ here with 16 minutes left, down by 29 points. I have to say, if they end up coming back from this, it might be one of the greatest FPF comeback. It might be one of the greatest FPF comebacks.
I think so. I don't know if we have the stats for the biggest comeback ever, especially in a championship, but if they were to come back within 29 points in 15 minutes, that would be a story to tell for everyone that's here on a late night Saturday night after the Habs just played.
Yeah, exactly. But again, who knows? We're going to see on this first drive. This is going to be – I think this drive is pretty much the match. Even though we're coming down for a 15-minute mark, down by 25. I feel like if they end up scoring a touchdown here, they'll have a sign of life. If they don't, I think they'll just kind of, I would like to say, give up at this point.
Yeah, both teams are very familiar with each other, so I can even tell right now they're kind of just joking aside on the sideline or even on the field.
So again, they kind of had that option. Oh, they got a sack.
Yeah, Frederic Bouteau. I think it was the first time he got a sack. He's been pressuring Nico pretty well in this game. But yeah, he has in the regular season. He didn't get that many sacks, but in the playoffs, he's been solidified as their rusher. And he has 3 sacks in the postseason. So adding there a 4th for Bouteau, again, who's going to be looking towards making an impact tomorrow in the Division 5A finals as well.
So great sack from him. Again, we're looking at 2nd and I want to say 17 from quarterback Nicholas and the CREWZ, looking looking to have a bit of some spark going on 2nd down here. So he gets the snap. He looks left, comes back right in the middle, catch by number 4, makes a juke, comes back left, makes a spin, makes an error juke. He's still running and finally gets tackled by number 1 after gaining about 30 yards that play.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where I think for Flagz, they feel like they're just very comfortable right now. But the thing is, you can't give too many of those plays. I know that you're at a near 30-point deficit lead, but again, we've seen crazier things in FPF. The odds are in their favor, but again, you add multiple plays like that, it could climb up quick.
Yeah, exactly. That play should have been a gain of 4 or 5 yards at max. We had 3 missed tackles, almost a 4th with a bunch of yak yards, where instead of being a 5-yard gain, we have a 30-yard gain. So right now we're looking at about close to midfield, where we have Nicholas deciding what to do on 1st and 10 midfield. Gets the snap, looks left, comes back right, looks like he's about to run, takes off, makes a juke to the left, avoids the tackle from number 7 and ends up getting tackled by number 1 by gaining an extra, I want to say, 4 or 5 yards here, getting the ball to Flagz 6-yard line, which is a 1st down.
Yeah, Nico, more of a receiver in higher divisions. Right now, just trying to out-quarterback. He's very shifty for a guy his size. He knows how to use his hips, I would say, more than most people his size. Especially, he's not necessarily always the fastest, but he has good hands, and he's really controlling, moving his hips side to side, missing tackles there where a few defenders.
So we're looking at 1st and goal at Flagz 6 yards. The ball snapped. Nico looks right to number 1, catches it wide open. Is he going to extend? No, he kind of just stops, tries to make a turnaround, gets tackled at the 3-yard line. If he extended that ball, I believe it would have been a touchdown, but for some reason he did not. Kind of tried to make a juke to the left, came back to the right, and gained 3 yards.
Yeah, Luke Ennis has the arms to reach there, and like you said, I think if he reached, he would have gotten it. I think now they put him back at center. They moved Breno out wide. And yeah, it looks like they kind of put their main guy in this game at center.
So here we go. We have 2nd and goal at Flagz 3 yards. CREWZ knocking right now to try to score a touchdown. They have a drag right across the field, comes back arm, crossbody where it's incomplete by number 8. He had the ball right in his hands. He tried to tuck it and ended up just dropping it.
Yeah, unfortunately for Nelson Cano, he only has 1 touchdown in the regular season. That would have been first in the postseason. Unfortunately, they wasn't able to corral it there for the touchdown.
So we have 3rd and goal at only Flagz' 3-yard line.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're able to punch one in here being this close. Nicholas has the snap, gets it, looks right, has the snapper coming back and left, and just underthrows his receiver that was wide open in the end zone, number 2, which was Alec Guinness. We do have
Contact on the passer.
contact on the passer, so we're going to go automatic first down.
I don't know, was that... I didn't see much there.
I didn't see contact on the passer again, but the ref that was looking at the quarterback did see something that we did not.
Yeah, the ref is right there too, so if there was contact, he's in close vision for it.
Yeah. So CREWZ is gonna get it. CREWZ is gonna get the ball on only Flagz' 1-yard line. We have 1st and goal at the 1, and here comes the snap. Ball is snapped to Nicholas. He looks left, throws over the top. Big catch from number 2. Some would say it's a head top, but at the point you're kind of down by, I would like to say 22 points, so maybe 23 points. But again, use as much motivation as you
Yeah,
can.
honestly, at this point, they're trying to have fun. Again, both teams, at least, they're fairly familiar with each other. They're friends off the field. So, again, that could have been just more of a head top just to, like, mess around with your friend there. And, again, just trying to give a bit of confidence with your team. It's a championship game. It is a live stream game. At this point, just have fun.
Yeah, try to get some highlights going.
Exactly. You never know if a viral moment gets clipped up in this on both sides of the ball. Obviously, you don't want to get anyone to get hurt. But, again, 18 points in a championship game. Again, this season wasn't a loss for CREWZ. It's just unfortunate given the turnout if this result continues. But again, there's still less than 10 minutes left in this game to actually get more points up.
Yeah, so CREWZ is actually only going for 1 here. Nicholas gets the snap, goes over for another head top. Nope, Moraes denies that, ends up picking the ball off. We do have a flag. That's going to be contact. Offense is going to be pretty much offensive pass. Either contact on the offense, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter. Only Flagz ends up getting a stop. It's going to be unsuccessful convert attempt.
So it looks like now Buteau is off on the sideline. It was holding on the defense. And are they going to add an extra 5 from the start? Yes, they are. Again, 41-18. If you're only Flagz, again, phenomenal season. They finished 7-3, number 3 in the regular season. They scored roughly 30 points a game. They allowed just under 18. CREWZ, the number 1 seed, 18 points on the table, 33 points in the regular season on average, while only allowing a 13.2. But again, the key story here was the missing of receiver of the year, Kyle Fulkerson, who eclipsed over 800 yards, nearly 900 in the regular season. He has over nearly 300 yards in the postseason, but without his presence on both sides of the ball, it just seems like the CREWZ offense and defense are kind of out of sorts.
Yeah, it seems like that missing piece that they didn't have there did make a big effect. I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of have to play what you have, and unfortunately for them, it didn't work out how they wanted it. We're looking at a first down from a midfield. He looks right in the middle. Big drop by number 7 right in his hands where he felt a touchdown. I felt like he kind of felt it before he realized from Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott Fauchon could have had his 3rd of the game there, but yeah, unfortunately a drop there. And again, even though CREWZ was certainly undermanned in this game, let's not discredit the game from Only Flagz. Even with the Fulkerson in action in this game, there's still a good, fair, legitimate chance that Only Flagz would have still won this game with a good margin, given how well they played. And again, they've been getting interceptions. Meredic Morin has been pretty much seamlessly making no mistakes on the field.
So Morin throws the ball to number 3, shifty just to the left, ends up getting tackled from number 1. which is Luke for a gain of, I want to say, 5 yards. So we're looking at a 3rd and 3 for only Flagz, where the time is ticking. We have 6 minutes left in this game with a lead of 23. So CREWZ is looking to get one more stop here, hopefully try to score. Then they do, again, we're looking at onside kick, and then who knows what else we could get.
Yeah, the game is, again, it's not out of reach. It's very unlikely, but again, not over.
So incomplete pass right there from Mohamed to Joshua, where now we're looking at a 4th down. So you never know. Time is still ticking out. We have under about 6 minutes, but we have a big 4th down coming up.
Yeah, so again, you're down by 23. It's 3 possessions. You get a touchdown, you get a defensive stop, you at least get your convert on the first touchdown. Once you get that stop on defense, you score, you get an onside, you go again for 2. There you have a ball game, and there's only just over 5 minutes left.
Yeah, lots of time left. Here we go. Big 4th down. Mohamed gets a snap. Looks right, looks left, looks for that corner. A bit overthrown, and we have it incomplete where CREWZ gets back the ball, and I guess they're going to try to put on some more points here. Time is ticking again. We have about 5 minutes, 5 minutes and a half. So they're going to have to start getting along.
Yeah, I think now, though, for CREWZ, getting the fact that, yeah, it's not unreachable getting back into this game, but again, now it's almost to the point your game is predictable. You are down 23. You know your opponent knows you have to score basically now on this drive. You can't really take that much time off the clock because you have to get that stop on defense.
Yeah. So a bit of urgency they're going to have. Again, they're down by 23. They technically just need 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Ball is snapped for Nicholas. He goes in the middle, gets tackled right away from number 1. We got number one-on-one crime here. We're looking at a 2nd and 5. So Nicholas is going to have to hurry up his offense here, try to get things going.
Yeah. I think he had Justin Laplante open on a seam there. I looked firstly for the center, Lou Guinness, but I think the seam was slightly there from Justin Laplante. I know, again, he can't always go deep, especially at this point when only Flagz is expecting it, but that might have been a little miss there.
So here we go. We got 2nd and 5. Nicholas gets the snap, looks right, looks left, avoids, gets sacked by number 6, making it his number, I think that's his 2nd of tonight.
Frederic Bouteau made his impact on the defensive end. That's 2 sacks there. But again, I think Laplante is open there on a seam.
I think so too. I think, to be honest with you, I think Nicholas saw him, wanted to kind of avoid the rusher, then throw the ball. But at this point, just give your guy a chance. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. I think, he did try to juke Bouteau. But again, the new focused rusher now in FPF, especially in the lower divisions, make his mark known with 2 key sacks in this game.
So we're looking at 3rd and about 12 here. Nicholas needs a 1st down desperately here. Has the ball, looks right in the middle, big catch, and tackled right by number 7. We're either going to have a 4th. Yeah, we're going to have a 4th and 1. Big tackle from number 7 on only Flagz from
Elliot Fauchon. It looked like, again, 4th and 1. Basically, you have to get the score at this point in the game. But again, for only Flagz, it looks like they're putting Arnaud Beauchemin very much deep in coverage, which he's probably going to come down to. So it might give you an opportunity to kind of get a one-on-one matchup with your CREWZ.
So we're going to have contact on Elliot again. So we've been saying Elliot's name a lot here. We have contact on number 7, I would like to say. So we're going to get a 1st down and +5. So again, the time is ticking. Unfortunately, right now, the issue is CREWZ kind of had to score to make sure that the stop clockage was going to be in their favor. Now they don't have the opportunity, so the time is going to keep running until then.
Yeah, pretty much at this point, they would have needed to score before the 2 minutes, because even if you get the game under 15 points at under the 2-minute mark, it doesn't stop the clock. So right now, they're just playing for pride and honestly just adding for the score.
Yeah. So here we go. just hit pro clock. Time is still running. So we have 1:40. Let's see what Nicholas could do here under snap. We got a first down and 10. He looks underneath, catches it, cross body, keeps right, number 2. Big catch from Alec Guinness.
Yeah, nice route there. Nice little drag there. Making it, I think they're at the roughly the 2 or the 3. Honestly, again, for CREWZ, punch it in. Send your guys home happy at least. Maybe get a guy that hasn't scored a touchdown yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, just at this point, you're playing against your friends. Just make it more of a happy ending in a sense.
Have some pride here. Get another touchdown. You guys had a great season. Ended up being in the first seed. Had a great playoff run. And that's a touchdown from number 1, Luke Guinness.
Yeah, and again, for the guys on CREWZ, majority of them are not flag football players. A lot of them are on the Concordia hockey team. So again, this is just a leisure thing for them. And then when you look at only flags, a lot of them are tackle guys. But again, they also are slowly getting into the flag world, where some of them do play in higher divisions. We've had Hubert Noel, who's played a few games with them. You have Frédéric Bouteau, who plays on the Division 5 team. You have some of their players kind of climbing up the ranks in the FPF in their first season as a group now. So it'll be interesting to see where some of these players individually and a collective unit would go after this championship win.
Yeah. Hopefully they kind of maybe stay together. It seems like Only Flags is a good team. Seems like, again, a group like this is something where you kind of want to see progressing. At the end of the day, they start Division 6 and they go 5 and they go 4, then they go 3. One of those teams where it's to a point where you see them 3-4 years later, like, oh, this is a Division 2 team. So hopefully they kind of stay together and they decide to make this more as a franchise team playing together. So we have an onside attempt here from Nicholas. He looks left, has a comeback, ends up being interception by number 2, and that is the game.
And with that being said, Only Flags defeat the 9-1 CREWZ by a score of 41-24, winning the Division 6A championship here in Brossard.
Well deserved from these group of guys. I actually got to see their semifinal game as well too, where they did a great job getting to this final game, putting up 41 points in the finals. It's something to kind of be proud about, and winning a Division 6A championship. I also kind of want to say it's like getting a championship is not the easiest thing to do. Not the easiest thing to do. There's a lot of situations where a lot of players in this league has never won a championship, so being able to win one here is something that is impressive.
So I think now we're going to go down soon to the main guy, Nick, who's going to give his final presentation of a championship banner and finals MVP for the Divisions A champions Only Flags.
There you go, Nick.
Je suis avec les gars de Only Flags, les champions de l'hiver 2026, Division 5A. 6A! Division 6A, bientôt 5A, bientôt 5. Division 6A. Félicitations, monsieur.
Merci.
Dans quelques instants, on va vous ramener la banderole officielle de championnat. C'est Ben McMahon, notre commissaire de la Ligue, qui vous le donne.
Okay, it looks like they're trying to do the presentation. They just presented the banner and the
Maintenant, messieurs,
trophy.
c'est le moment de nommer le joueur par excellence du match. Je pense que vous l'avez deviné. C'est votre corps arrière, le numéro 5, avec 5 touchés dans la partie, Médéric Morin. La bague officielle du joueur par excellence. Médéric, on va faire une petite entrevue pour finir. Avant le début de ce match, tu étais là avec tous tes coéquipiers, puis tu m'as dit que vous étiez très confiant, que malgré le fait que vous aviez perdu une fois contre cette équipe par 10 points dans la saison régulière, c'était pas un upset si vous les battiez aujourd'hui, c'était attendu.
Ben oui, parce que dans ça, on a eu beaucoup de fun, on jouait pour le fun, puis on jouait parce qu'on joue au foot ensemble, tout ça. Mais là, on est venu pour compétitionner aujourd'hui, pour gagner, puis on a gagné comme on voulait faire.
C'est votre première saison ensemble ici à Flag Plus. Vous avez commencé au plus bas niveau. Est-ce que votre but est de monter là, dès la saison prochaine?
Ouais, sûrement, 100%. 100% on veut monter. Hein?
On va aller gagner le championnat plus haut. Là.
On parle de quelle division?
Sûrement 10 4, 10 3 peut-être.
On monte directement. Bon, ben, parfait, messieurs. Profitez bien, vous l'avez mérité. Encore une fois, nos champions, division 6A, Flag Plus Football, hiver 2026, Only Flagz. De retour à vous, messieurs.
So here you had it from MVP Mahai telling us that him and his teammates are football buddies, and they kind of just did this to kind of bond a bit better, and they also play tackle with each other. So great championship for Only Flagz, winning their first FPF championship in Division 6A.
Yeah, that's honestly the best way of doing it. Playing flag football with not only teammates but friends off the field, and great job for them winning their first championship in their first season together in 6A. Let's see in the future what holds for them in future divisions.
Exactly. So we're going to be signing off. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today. We had a great amount of football, and we're actually back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for our first game, which is the REIT in Division 3 versus
Les Ransards.
the Hassar. So that's going to be a great game to kind of start us off tomorrow, and stay tuned for that.